that Article 1 of the Constitution, which talks about the supremacy of the Constitution and supremacy of the people, when it talks about the supremacy of the Constitution, it says clearly that this Constitution is supreme to any other law. And no law, including customary law, is superior to the Constitution. And any other law that is actually trying to supersede the Constitution is null and void. Mr. Speaker, when you talk about the customary law, it is the same as talking about any other law that is created in this house. We are the people who do the laws of this land. We amend the laws, we create the laws, but if that law goes against the Constitution of this country, Mr. Speaker, it is declared null and void. Same case with the laws which are made by the courts, whether it is a magistrate's court, whether it is a high court, whether it is a Supreme Court, whether it is a court of appeal. Whenever they pass any judgment, most of their judgments are deemed to be precedences, and they are used in courts or other courts as a law. So, Mr. Speaker, the ruling by the Supreme Court, whichever way it was, has gone against the Constitution, Article 11. And therefore, it means that judgment which was made by the Supreme Court is null and void because it is against the Constitution. And there is nothing else we can say about it. We will still consider in this House that that law never existed. That judgment was never made. We just consider it as if there was nothing done. As if the Supreme Court judges, if there was 6, if there was 7, they sat in vain. Whatever the decision they made in that particular judgment, it was done in vain. Because Article 11 is very clear. No same-sex marriage is allowed in this country. No same-sex relationship is allowed in this country. No same-sex penetration is allowed in this country, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, when these particular courts declare or presume to be making a declaration that they are making a judgment, they are giving a ruling that we allow these people to have a relationship, we allow these people to look at one another, we allow these people to have some association. Mr. Speaker, that is going contrary to the Constitution. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I would want to say, just like what my senior said, do we need to tell these judges to revoke? Do we need to create what we call review? Or do we need to pass in this House, Mr. Speaker? Because there was, and I don't want to preempt, there is an intention by a member to pass a law, to bring a law into this House, Mr. Speaker, that will illegalize any act of either association, either penetration, either marriage, on all these people who call themselves, I don't know, gay, I don't know, lesbians. Mr. Speaker, I think we will pass that law with Godspeed. And it will be now upon the courts to make a decision whether that passage of that law or whether that law is against the Constitution. We are waiting for that time. We are really waiting, Mr. Speaker. And I don't know if some of these decisions are based on whatever these people want to give to our country. Some of us may not want to be beggars. Some of us may not want to sell our birthright. Some of us may not want to exchange our humanity with money. We want to tell the Supreme Court, read the Constitution, Article 11, same-sex marriage is illegal, same-sex association is illegal, same-sex penetration, Mr. Speaker, is illegal. I thank you very much.
Honorable Jackson Kosgei, nominated